Last time here at Sky City, we built this amazing black hole complete with an interior from the movie Interstellar. And today, we have something even bigger planned. It's going to change the landscape of our world forever. Hope you guys stay tuned. Welcome back to Joshgetslost. This is our Sky City build, and we've got some things to work on. Namely, we got to get rid of this ugly thing. Someone placed it here as a prank, and it's got to go because I want to build something over there, and that thing is a little oversized and kind of, you know, casting a giant shadow. So we got to get to it. Let's have some fun though while we do it. I've been wanting to do this for a while. All right. I don't think that is enough TNT. There we go. Okay, if you haven't figured out already, this is in a creative world and I'm just blowing it up for fun because, yeah, I wanted to do it this way, but I do not want to do this in survival, so one of the mods on the server actually just removed it for me. I do plan to give a little tribute to this with a build later on in the future. But the space this was taking up, I do need for some stuff I have planned here. So, bye-bye, bird of prey. And there we go. We've got the skies all clear. And we are going to be ready for our new project. But first, we need to check back in on our Halloween contest that we set up. Because, yeah, that was something we did in our last episode. You can see here, Tingletown. Where are you at, Tingle? There you are. Tingletown is a little holiday event area, and I wanted to make something that was both sort of spooky themed, but also related to the space stuff I've been doing all season long. So here we go. Keeping on with the Nintendo theming, space theming, and spooky theming. Can you guess what it is? And there is our Metroid, little energy devouring creature floating in the sky. I think this turned out really cool. Let me know if I should put one of these back at Sky City. Right now it just exists over here in the Halloween world. Let's look at a few of the builds because I want to show these off. A few of these were by my family members, and I'm sure they would love a shout out in the video. Of course, this one, since I helped come up with the contest, this was not eligible for any of the prizes, but I did put it up, and secretly I put it up partially because there's a guy named Beastman who's a member of the Basements community who does not like Minecraft at all, but I wanted him to see this because look what you can do with Minecraft. You can make a Metroid. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe I should put a couple of those back at my base. That'd be kind of fun, although they're a little bit oversized. Nice little witch hut there with a cool design. We've got some things over here. Now this was made by my daughter Kat, formerly our old channel Dad and Cat, and she made In from Murder Drones with a witch hat. So if you're a Murder Drones fan, give a shout out. Now this build over here by Infamous Basil was really cool. It actually won the interactive prize. Had a whole like maze and some escape rooms and stuff. This build was by my wife, aka Mom of Cat on the server, and she built this diorama of the Nightmare Before Christmas, and I helped her out a little bit I learned how to do jukebox music, not jukebox, note block music for the first time. So we added a little bit of interaction underneath this build, and let's go ahead and hit the button over here. Let's get the note block sounds up a little bit more. And I thought that really helped set the mood there for The Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my wife's favorite movies. And I think she did a really good job on it. Unfortunately, this corner there, she actually got cut off by the claims. Whoever designed this town made the claims too narrow. Now, I got this big giant open spot over here, and you know what? Christmas is coming up. I'm thinking Tingletown has a sister city called Kringletown. And we do something related to Christmas over there. Although I don't want to just do a simple build challenge because that would be the same. Okay, time to get to work. We've got to gather a lot of terracotta. And by a lot, I mean, I think about 16 shulker boxes worth. And so I headed out to my Badlands area where I have a beacon set up and began working some more on just getting all this terracotta, because most of this I'm going to have to dye. I did get some orange and yellow there that I won't have to re-dye. But yeah, a lot of shulkers of terracotta I had to mine. We have about a shulker and a half of glass and 16 shulkers of terracotta, most of which we need to dye, which is always fun having to mass craft all these things. We still don't have auto crafting. This is a 120.4 server, so I better get to work on that. To start, I went to my iron farm and loaded up on red poppies and got to turn all these into red dye to red terracotta. There we go. Get these slowly done. Inventory space is annoying when you've got so many things to craft. We've also got a lot of stained glass to do. Not quite as much as some of my usual projects. I got black, got gray. I think we have a little bit of light gray to do as well. And okay, I think after about 30 minutes of crafting stuff, I am ready to begin building. Here are all my shulker boxes. I've almost completely emptied my inventory. So if you're wondering, here on our map, there's our Guardian Farm, and over here, way up here over where that bird of prey was, is where this is going. So better get to work. All right, I haven't shown you guys very much of this, but I do want you guys to see the big reveal kind of all at once. So let's head out here and take a look from our front porch. And, oh yeah, you can't actually see anything. So just for example, this build really plays on the whole where things render in the distance. And for the server, I think it's 11 or 12 chunks is the server render distance allowed. I've been using a Bob called Bobby, which allows you to sort of save and keep the visual images of what other chunks that you're not currently in looked like when you were last visiting them. So you can see here, you can kind of barely, from the middle of my circle here, you can kind of barely see the edges of it, of the base itself, much less anything farther in the distance. So I'm going to turn on Bobby here. I think I've got it set at 32, and let's see what a difference this makes. Hopefully it will render everything in. You're going to start to see some things in the distance pop in as it remembers what I've explored before. And there you can see now the spiral galaxy is complete again. You can't actually see that from the middle here without Bobby mod. And there it is. The gas giant. I'm still working out a name for it. If you got a name idea for this gas giant that is off of our border here on the horizon, let me know. all in all, this thing was about 27,000 blocks, I believe, with all the terracotta and the glass. You can kind of see how on the edge there, where the dark side is, kind of tapers in, and I use the glass to sort of help transition that from nothing into the edge there, much like you would see in space if the sun was shining directly on one side of a planet. Now, astronomically, this would only be correct when the sun is over to my left in the west, but you know, it's Minecraft. I can't adjust blocks in the middle of the day like that. But you can see here, it's got the different kind of cloud formations and strata that you might find on a gas giant. And I had to do some other things here, like building in the snow. I learned not only was it a pain to put all the blocks in the right spot with the stupid snow falling occasionally, but had to top it off with string on the glass and then glow lichen all up on top of here. But I think it actually worked out well because now there's a nice glowing edge, especially at night, to this top side of the curve. And I think it looks really good once it gets dark. You have that all lit up. So I'm actually glad the snow kind of forced me to do that. Over here, you can kind of see the backside of it. Obviously, it's a very 2D thing, but it's designed to be 2D because it's on our farthest horizon when we're at our base. It's quite a lengthy chat message from the admin in the server. Apparently, people are misbehaving on the server. That happens. If you join the server, it is free to play on the Hyrule Craft side of things. My base over here is on the paid side of the server called Basementcraft. But you can, you know, come and play for free. It's a family-friendly server. But there it is. You can see here. Now, one of the cool things with this is as you get farther away from it, with the way fog works, and I actually have a mod on as well called Better Fog. One of my favorite Minecraft creators, B000100, uses it, and it really adds a nice consistent fog where it doesn't jump in quite as much in between the layers. It's a little more gradual. But as you move backwards in the base here, like over here where I like to check everything from kind of the entrance, the nether portal, it gets a little more and more faded and looks more and more like it's something out in the sky, in the horizon, off the planet. One of the inspirations for this was a couple months ago was playing the new game Star Wars Outlaws. And I'm a big Star Wars fan, really enjoyed playing that game. And one of the main planets you end up on early on in the game has this giant gas giant planet, very different coloring and things, but is in the sky as you're going around in that planet. It's pretty cool. And as you can see here, as you move around the base, in some spots, you start to lose some of the edges of it because it's getting so far away that the circle of what is rendering is actually too small to show all the edges of it. So for example, right here, you can't see that left part. But for the most part, I tried to do it as much as possible where it didn't look terrible from the closest side of the ring and then looked really good from the middle on out. And I think, I mean, that always looks cool, but now you got this planet there off the distance. It is showing up and is there on the horizon. Let's get a daytime look here. I think it's time to sleep. You think so? Got all these cats around. That guardian farm always looks cool there in the distance. Let's sleep and look at it in the light of day again from this angle. And yep, there you go. There you get the fog effect. Kind of looks, if you've ever seen the moon during the daytime, it has a little bit of that, you know, the dust in the atmosphere kind of gives it a little more of a, I don't know, a faded effect in the sky when you see it in the daytime. And so it kind of mimics that with the distance. So yeah, that is our gas giant planet. Now, of course, astronomically speaking, you think of our own solar system, a gas giant like Jupiter does a lot of different things. So we may see some effects of it come into play here in the future. And who knows what this thing might bring into our orbit. But I am Joshgetslost. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, you know, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and you can see more of our Sky City series. And be sure not to check out, I started a new solo world the last few weeks, and I've had a lot of fun in the new update playing over there. So be sure to check out those videos as well. One will pop up here shortly, I believe. And until next time, I will see you all later. Bye.